Hey, how are you guys? How you doing? How are you doing? Oh, there it is. Can you see my screen now? Hey, Carnifax, Ken, thank you. No, thank you for joining. Hello, Patrick. Hello, Tony, ¿cómo estás? Hey, Ken. Hey, what's up, Luke? Hey, Andreas. Bari? Where is it in Italy, right? Bari, Italy? Hello, Salman. Hello, Sina. Hello, Diane. Hello, UK. How are you? So I hope you had a fun Friday. Italy. Oh, come on, Andreas. Now I'm dying. I'm dying from envy. that that's my end. That's my end game. One day I'm gonna be there for forever. Hello, Anne. Hello, Muhammad. Your biggest win today, Sina? Talk to me about it. Talk to me about it. Hey, Muhammad in Amsterdam. Nice, nice, nice. So let's do it quick. This thing, Muhammad, so you can go enjoy your Friday night. Patrick win on Google. Yeah, Google went nuts today. It was the trade of the day. For being honest, it was the trade of the day. Google, wow. Yeah, Andreas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You need to do some scouting for me. Yeah. So when I finally move there, we already know the good places. All right. Oh, you too, Muhammad. Oh, that's dope, guys. I'm really pumped that you are having a lot of wins today. This is really nice. This is really nice. I hope some of my ideas actually helped you today. I shared a few ideas on the Discord community, and some of them or all of them actually work really nicely. Not at the opening, but if you were patient enough, they really paid. They really paid. And I share my wins on the community. So yeah, I mean, I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience. Yeah, congratulations, guys. Congratulations. All right. Tesla 3.6 risk reward. Yeah. Yeah, that Tesla thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I like Tesla, but not on a Friday. Absolutely not on a Friday. Yeah, and for being honest, I mean it's still I'm gonna show you in a few minutes, but I think it's still on this area where you cannot trust it like too much. So yeah, no, I didn't take Tesla at all. I was actually kind of short biased this morning, and even when the markets went higher, I actually understood where the weakness were, and I took a few puts today. Even on the SPY, and I know it's kind of crazy because SPY has been all the way here. Where is it? Well, 360, 6 630, 650. That's exactly my point of entry. Yeah, that has been the point. That has been the point for the whole day. So yeah, yeah. But I was short biased today, so I was looking for the opportunity to the downside because again it's Friday. So on Fridays I usually try to be in and out just in a few minutes. So on Amazon it worked, and in SPY it actually worked, and it worked really, really, really nice. So I'm gonna show you everything today, and just let's get started. Well, just let me take a look to the chat. Hello, Felix. Okay. Hello, Neto. Is this the chart template you use to analyze three chart? How many? Oh, okay. Well, this is my trade review chart, right? I mean, this is my trade review setup. I usually have I only have one monitor, but that's not fair because it's a huge monitor. I can't. I don't remember. I don't remember how many inches is this is it, but it's huge. It's this extra wide Samsung monitor, so it's like having three monitors in one, right? So usually at the center I have. Let me show you. Usually at the center I have this screen. This is my watch list. This is my watch list setup. So I'm always watching AMD, Nvidia, Amazon, Tesla, and two more. Usually I'm looking at Apple, not for trading it, but for taking a look. And usually this is kind of my joker, right? So that I'm switching between Palantir, between AVGO, between Google, Microsoft. So this is my switching. This is my switching chart, and everything here is it. And then at the right side, I have this one here. I'm always watching SPY and QQQ. Always watching SPY and QQQ on the 1 minute. And on the left side of my chart, I have this one here. Usually, well, this is my sniper sniper view because I'm watching a name on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15 minute. But I'm usually only having like this one here. It's the 15 minute or the 1 hour. So once I want to enter into a trade, I'm usually having this chart just to take a look to what has been happening on the past days or weeks, right? So this is kind of my zoom out, look left chart, right? So this is my zoom out, look left chart, and that's it. I mean that's all I have, and on in front of me I have my laptop, and usually my broker is in my laptop and in my phone. Not sure, not sure if you remember, guys, but actually I think it was last Friday I was sharing with you of one student of the, I think it was the Traders Lab. um, he had an electric blackout, so his computer was gone and he had an open position. So it took a few minutes until he can, turn it on again and enter into the broker, the password, and everything, and he closed his position with a loss. Lucky for him, it wasn't a huge loss, but it still was a loss, and the trade was good. Just, I mean, it took a few minutes for him to recover. So something that I always say is that you can't be over prepared. If you can, guys, always have your broker at your computer and your broker on your phone, like ready to react. So, and I know this could sound like, oh well, Neto, come on, I mean that should be like super bad luck. But I mean, you can be over prepared, right? I mean that it doesn't bother, it doesn't hurt to have your phone ready. So that's something that I always recommend. Okay. Um, so I was telling you, I have my screen with my Mac Mini. I also have my laptop with my broker, and my broker is on both computers and also in my phone. So again, you can't be over prepared. So this is, I mean, this might sound redundant, but I mean, still, and I learned the hard way, right? I mean, I learned the hard way. So I'm talking from experience, guys. You should be ready. Hey, Ramesh, how you doing? Uh, all right. Hello, Felipe. Okay, so let's take a look to AMD. I was telling you, I want to show you this. I want to show you this. This is AMD on the 15-minute chart. This is the chart I shared this morning. and I was showing you how AMD was doing lower highs, lower lows on the 15-minute chart. And I actually shared this trend line here. I actually, yeah, I think I shared this trend line here. So I was waiting for AMD to do something. Actually, it kind of surprised me, this reaction from this pre-market low. It actually went a lot higher than this. And it was looking like it reclaimed 175.75. That's the previous day high, right? It was actually reclaiming this, but look at this candle right here. 176, 176, 176. If you go to your 15-minute chart, you can see 176 being a huge key level from the past days and weeks. So, and also the correlation with this trend line, right? So when I was watching this rejection here, 176, below previous day high, below this trend line, I was like, well, I mean, this might sound like crazy, but this is screaming downside. So I took this trade, and for being honest, I was thinking on this 174. I was just thinking on this 174. This 174, for the ones that are starting to follow this channel, these orange lines are multiple touches key level on the daily chart. So this 174, it's a strong key level. So I was like, well, I mean, let me try to take this squeeze to the 174. So I took this ride from this rejection 176, below previous day high, below this trend line, retest of the trend line. And look at this. I mean, this is actually coming right into the T, right into the T. So I took this trade right here, because I was thinking this was a fail to create a new high, right? A fail to create a new high. So this is going to get a lower low. So I opened my position right here. I actually, for being honest, I unloaded most of my position, like 80% of my position on these candles here. And I wrote my 20% remaining all the way to pre-market low. So this was an amazing trade today. And but look at this break, displacement and retest of this 174 was the second entry to the downside on AMD. So AMD and Amazon were the two names that were underperforming this morning, because indices were, look at this, they were pushing higher, 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 both of them, but AMD was just going lower, 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 lower. So this is relative weakness. This is something that we talk most of the days. This is relative weakness. I know this reaction might sound like, oh well, this is just recovering, this is waking up. But after the rejection, again, 176, all right, rejection at 176, going below of previous day high, rejection of previous day high, going below this trend line on the 15-minute chart, the 1 minute, the 1 hour, and the 4-hour chart, going below this trend line, rejection, 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 displacement, retest, new rejection. Well, I just knew that this was my opportunity here. This trade went all the way to 80% right here. I actually shared on the Discord my trade when I mean I'm not a screenshotter, but I had a screenshot of my performance here. So I think I shared one when it was like 65%, but it went all the way to 80 something right here on the pre-market low, and I love it. I love it. I love the downside on AMD. So if you ask me, AMD and Amazon to the downside and SPY with the downside, those are my favorite setups. And well, they work. They work. Uh, all right. Kangtong 5 piece. What's that? I know 5 S's, but no, not 5 piece. Mohammed, I also keep two TWS on the laptop and the mobile just in case. Good. Ah, yeah, Kangtan. Yeah, that, I love it. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Great idea to have a backup plan. If that, yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing that. That's nice. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. I love it. Can I steal it for our lessons on the Traders Lab? That's really nice to have. Uh, hey man, you took Nvidia. Let's go to Nvidia in a minute. Hello, Linda. DC AMD was tough because indices were climbing up, but it also took AMD puts. I also took AMD puts. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. So yeah. So remember, guys, there are two ways to take the break and retest, or actually any kind of strategy. You can be looking to trade with the indices trend, and I think that's the easiest way, right? I think that's the easiest way because just the move of the indices are pushing your trade on the same direction, or looking for the ones with the relative weakness or the relative strength. So there are times where the individual names have their own story, right? I mean, they are not going with the market, they are just reacting to internal or external things, but they are writing their own story. So this was one of these things, and AMD is one of these names that they don't care about the indices. I mean, sometimes when there's nothing external, they are just going with the market, but sometimes they just do this. I mean, market was going higher and higher and higher and higher, but this was dropping like a stone, dropping like a rock, right? So yeah, so I love AMD puts. So write it down if you like quick and fast trades. AMD is your guy. Mohammed, after 80% initial scale off, what is the stop loss for remaining position? Okay, so that's a very nice question. Actually, my stop loss, it was moved to the 5 minute opening range. So everything below this line here, it will be pushing down. So again, remember this 174 was the key level that I was looking for it. So yeah, so this 174 was the actual level I was looking for it. So after these rejections, I mean, I just follow this, and I don't remember very well where I cut my trade, but I think it was like here 1038. Yeah, so I mean, I know this was not the change of character or something, but I was just holding like 5% of my trade, and I was just being anxious. So yeah, I just got it, but it was nice. This is stop loss the previous order block. I usually let me tell you this, Mohammed. I usually wait for the change of character. I usually wait for the change of character. So maybe look at this. So I cut my position right here, and I missed this part. I mean, it was a few cents, like 30 cents on 30 cents of the dollar on these contracts. Well, not on the contracts, on the underlying. But I actually ended cutting very close to where I should cut. Like this candle here, this is the change of character. Can you see this? This was like the higher high. And so I ended cutting kind of from the same place, but I missed a portion of this move. But I was super happy because this went like 80%. Hey Ramesh, you are on my team. Ask for free stuff. All right. Okay, guys. So that was AMD. Let's go to Amazon. Amazon was kind of the same thing. I mean, it was going against the market for some reason. Let me go to this to the 15-minute chart. So something really interesting for me on Amazon was yesterday this rejection of the gap, but also this rejection of this is the daily 20 SMA I for some reason I trust a lot on this daily 20 SMA. And yesterday, this retest and rejection here, this is actually kind of changing my bias for Amazon now. And on the next weeks, I mean, unless we can reclaim this 226 like in the next days. But I mean, when I say in the next days, it's like from here to Tuesday, maybe. If we cannot reclaim these 226, I'm more biased to actually get 210 or maybe something deeper. But yeah, I mean, after this rejection here, I will be looking for Amazon to the downside for the next days. So if you want to take notes about it, you will see a lot of my plays on Amazon and maybe on, well, I don't know. Yeah, probably AMD. I mean, unless we reclaim this 174, we actually break this trend line here. Look at this. This trend line is kind of super clear. So we need a squeeze of this 174 and actually probably like reclaim of this 180. I mean, AMD is kind of different because we are above the daily 20 SMA and we have a gap here. We have a gap here, so I don't see AMD, like filling this gap and then going up. But well, I don't know. Like, let's see what happens with this trend line on AMD. And Amazon, as I was telling you, let's go to the 1 hour chart. Look at this. After earnings, this has been like, okay, well, let's take profits. And this is kind of weird because if you follow Amazon news, Jeff Bezos is done. Jeff Bezos is done selling. So this is actually stockholders. I mean, this is shareholders. This is stockholders. So this is not artificial. This is just retail. This is just retail. So look at this 4 hour chart. This is actually looking very dangerous for Amazon. So again, I will be looking for Amazon on the next days to the downside. All right. Okay. So today I was telling you I was watching this Amazon thing. I was watching this 223. Why 223? Look at this. It was kind of this level right here, 223. Several it was resistance, then turn support, then right now it's turned into resistance again. So I was looking for this 223, and once we broke down, I was looking for this move, right? Again, remember when I'm taking puts, I'm kind of a bit more aggressive on my entries. So I know this is not like perfect displacement, this is kind of small displacement, but my play was, this is showing relative weakness, this is breaking the today's opening price and previous day close, rejection, and all of these rejections were under 223. Well, that's it, 223. All right. So all of these rejections were ending under 223. So I decided to enter into a position right here. And it was just right into the downside. 222.50 was the strike number, side number, everything. And look at this. This is kind of an 84% rule. So I just wanted to show you how an 84% rule works. So this one here, it's it's invalidated right here because it's going deeper than your stop loss or your invalidation level, but the market structure is intact. As you can see here, this is actually a lower high. So market structure is intact, and this rejection again of this area here, and taking you to the same entry point than the previous play, I mean, this is a perfect example of an 84% rule. So everything should be here as the previous trade. So same entry, same invalidation level, maybe same targets here. So if you can take a look to this is a great example of the 84% rule. Hello, Eileen. Yes, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We are super close to get to the 600th milestone. That will be nice. That will be nice. Take your kid's phone, take your kid's tablet, subscribe to the channel on your kid's account. let's let's get to 600. Let's get to 600. All right. So these were my two potential entries on Amazon. Again, it was to the downside because this thing was looking super weak or showing relative weakness against the indices. So yeah, Ramesh, take your kid's tablet and subscribe to the channel with their account. Your wife's phone. All right, guys. So that was it. Anyone took an Amazon trade today? I think most of you were following the indices today, right? It's just like me. I'm a contrarian. I'm a contrarian. But okay. So let's go to Nvidia. Nvidia was showing two different nice plays here. Okay. So the first one was it was showing a lot of strength right at the open. So you need us double or triple. Let's do triple, Andreas. Yeah, no, Cocomelon is useless. Let's teach them trading from 5. They will like just try to change the charts colors to something more kid friendly. So okay, so we were watching Nvidia at the open. A lot of strength, a lot of strength. As you can see here, that this was showing relative strength against the indices because even when the indices were just pushing higher, I mean, look at this. Nvidia was going nuts, right? So it came back, retested the opening price, retested the 5-minute opening range. So I will take a position here, right? So I really like this. I really like this. I was watching this, but I already was on the other positions and I was short biased for the day. So I was looking at this. So if you enter into a position right here, you are not on the retesting candle, you are actually on the confirmation candle right here above the previous candles, above the retesting candles, and your target should be at least high of the day, right? At least high of the day. So if you had your stop loss right here on the opening price, this actually ended working, right? I mean, this actually ended working. It was a 1 to 2.5 risk reward ratio trade only to the high of the day. But look at this. This actually offered a new opportunity here because it reclaimed pre-market high, came back, retested, and look at this. It not only retested this pre-market high, but it was defending 182. 182 round number, side number, strike number. So 182 defended right here, reclaim pre-market high. So now that you are closer to high of the day, you can look for the next key level. The next key level was this previous week high 183.30. That was a key level on the daily chart. And look at this. This actually offered a 1 to 3.4 risk reward ratio trade. And it went higher. No, it didn't went higher. But look at this. I mean, key levels are working. Key levels are working right to the T. Can you see this? Right to the T. So that was a nice trade on Nvidia. Anyone took Nvidia today? I think something mentioned they took Nvidia. I'm scrolling on the chat. I'm scrolling on the chat. Oh, come on, Andreas. I'm reading again that you are in Italy. Nvidia. I can find it. Oh, Jason, you took Nvidia 1033. Let me take a look. 1033, right here. The reclaim of the pre-market high. Pre-market high reclaim and retest and stop out 1040. 1040, like here. Okay. Chicken out. Chicken out, or you were going for just a percentage? Look, this is a very good question from Andreas. He said, you count Nvidia strong, although the first three candles went down. But yes, but look at this, Andreas. I mean, it only closed the daily gap. It only closed the daily gap. It didn't went too low. I mean, it just closed the daily gap and then it went straight up. It went straight up. So yeah, no. I mean, yeah, this is strong for me. I mean, because I'm not just looking to the first 3-4 minutes. I'm just looking for the first 10-15 minutes. So if we turn this into a 15-minute chart, let's see what happens here. Look at this. Look at this candle. Look at this candle. This looks nice, right? This looks nice. And also look at the wick of this candle. Look at the wick of this candle. So that's why, I mean, yes, I understand what you're saying. Like, okay, well, the first three candles were red, or the first four candles were red. But I mean, the price action here is just, look at this. It's just closing this gap or filling this gap, this daily gap. And look at the reaction right here. Once you fill the gap, look at the reaction right here. So this is strong for me. This is strong for me. All right. Alex, you entered 1004. Look at this, 1004. Nice. And the first trade on Nvidia. And where did you exit? Did you chicken out right here? Dion 953. Stop 956. All right. 953, 956. Okay. Okay, I see. This was a nice entry, Dion. This was actually a nice entry. Just didn't work out. I will wait. I mean, for example, you watch this retesting candle. You watch this candle going up. No, yeah. Stop it right there. This was a good entry. It just didn't work out. But look at this. Both indices were pushing higher. SPY high of the day. QQQ reclaiming 572.50. This was a nice entry. Just didn't work. It just didn't work. It needed a deeper. It needed a deeper pullback. I kind of forgot that word. So yeah, but this was a nice idea. This was actually a nice idea. But I mean, lucky you actually stop out next candle, right? Nvidia start to push up again. 956. This one here. Something like this. You were considering this low as your stop loss? Dian? You were later in the day, yeah. Yes, okay. Yeah, well, this was a nice... Well, just look at this. I mean, yes, this might work as your validation level, but remember, you are not taking the retest right here. You actually waited for the next candle, so I will have my stop loss right here, not here. Just but that's me. Because if I'm taking this retest, yes, absolutely, this should be your stop loss because that's the bottom of the actual candle that broke the level. But you are not taking the Nvidia retest. You are taking the next candle here. So if you are taking this candle here, I will have this bottom as my stop loss. Just something for you to consider, right? I know it's a Friday. I know maybe you were small sized today, so you just wanted to give it some room for breathing. But if any other day, I might have my stop loss right here instead of this. If I'm taking the next candle, if I'm taking the mirror retest, if I'm taking this, yes, I might have this one as my stop loss. But if I'm taking the next candle, once you confirm direction of the move, I should have my stop loss right here. All right. Oh, you took next week contract? Well, that okay. 5% loss. That's great. Oh no, you're very welcome. And remember, I mean, guys, these are not rules, right? I mean, this is just experience share of how I do it, If you had a lot of conviction on this, yeah, I mean, this is fine. Or that if you still have some gunpowder in your account, you keep your stop like tight, and if it goes up again, you just retake this trade, right? That's something. Look, this is something that I want to share. I mean, if you let me, it's Friday, so I'm kind of a philosophic guy on Fridays, but that's why it's super important to respect your account, right? I mean, there's a lot of people preaching that, like, you should be only risking 1% of your account, and that, I mean, I understand the idea behind that. I don't share the idea. I don't agree with that idea. uh but I mean, I will think absolutely you should not be trading with 100% of your account. You should be letting your account to have room for, I don't know, like in my particular case, and this is something that I've shared several times in the past, is I usually I usually withdraw money from my trading account to only have room for 3 or maybe 4 trades, because I'm very consistent with the size of my trades. So I only keep my account with 4 shots, all right, or 3 shots. So if this is my first shot of the morning, I will keep a tight stop loss right here, because it's a Friday, because it moves it moves quick and fast. So I will keep my stop loss tight, and if I'm stopped, I'm okay. Well, I'm gonna take this small loss right here, but I still have 2 more bullets. I still have 3 more bullets on the chamber, right? So that's something for you to consider. I mean, if this is your first trade, be quick to take losses, right? Be quick to take losses. Don't embrace hope, right? Don't embrace hope. I mean, if your trade is not working right away, just cut it. And if but respect your account, right? I mean, you should be having more bullets on your chamber. So you cut your loss quick and you take the next trade, and maybe the next one works, right? And if the next one doesn't work, I mean, it's okay, because you are taking small losses. So you don't let a Friday to ruin your week or to ruin your weekend mood, right? So just do it fast. All right. um okay. Could you please explain Netflix? Yes, I will. Good trade, Ian. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. This was a nice reaction on the pre-market high. this candle is confirming the move. It's just unfortunate that this next candle just didn't work. uh Ramesh Hood. All right, well, let me let me speed it up. All right. Okay, so guys, so I was telling you, so Nvidia needed a deeper pullback here. So look at this, it's actually reacting to intraday's key level, right? Intraday key level. So this is the 5-minute opening range, this is the opening price. Look at this nice reaction here. You don't take your trade on the retest. You take your trade, let's say that you take this trade 1004 SPY is high of the day, QQQ is high of the day, reclaiming pre-market high. So this is looking very great. This is looking very great. So if you took your position here, you have your stop loss right at the bottom of these candles, and that's exactly on the opening price. So look at this. This actually took another chance to reclaim I'm sorry, to swipe this liquidity here on the 5-minute opening range, and then finally work, right? So if you were aiming to high of the day, look at this. If you were aiming to high of the day, this was a 1 to 2.5 risk reward ratio trade. But look at this. I mean, how it breaks high of the day and it actually continues all the way to this previous week high. So if you took this trade, you might have this 1 to 4 risk reward ratio trade. And the third chance here, or the third trade here, will be this reclaim of the pre-market high and just the squeeze all the way to this previous week high. All right, and this was a 1 to 3.4 risk reward ratio trade. So those were the three different opportunities that I was watching on Nvidia, and I think you all already share what you were watching here. So what about Tesla? What about Tesla? Tesla, this is why I don't trade Tesla too often. It's, I don't know, like look at this. It opened 321.51 and 10 minutes later 330. Come on. Come on. So I think this is what Tony did. He was looking for this one candle rule to actually hold. So he entered, I think he entered on this exact candle right here, 953s. He was looking for the squeeze to high of the day, and this 330.50, that's a key level on the daily chart. And look at this, he was managing his position round number to round number. Tesla is bananas. I know, Richard. I know. Yeah. I mean, let me tell you something. I don't take too much Tesla trades because the contracts are super expensive. And sometimes, I mean, like entering into a trade with only 10 contracts sounds crazy. And sometimes it's harder to manage my position the way I like. I don't know, like I like to have like 50 contracts on AMD, and it's like $6,000 or $7,000. So but 50 contracts, I can, like cut 5 contracts or 4 contracts or 10 contracts, and I know it's just different. I think that's everyone's taste. That's everyone's taste. But look at this was a huge and great trade for a Friday. Even if you took next week expiration, I mean, it went all the way. It went 2 strikes more. So this was just crazy. This was nice. And actually, after this pullback, look how well it was defending. Look how it was defending 330, 50. Look at this. So once you reclaim this key level here, look at this, is kind of some sort of displacement, retest, and reaction here. Oh, I was looking to different things. Again, the one candle rule. So yeah, so you were retesting this previous high of the day and one candle rule. So yeah, I mean Tesla was kind of easy today, right? After this squeeze, it just wanted to go higher. Uh, when Tesla runs, yeah, it pays. Yeah, it pays. Mohammed 936. Let's see what 936 is doing. 936. It's nice. It's the reclaim of this 324.45. That's a key level on the daily chart. That was a nice one. Took 3 cons in 2 minutes and remaining after the 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just this squeeze was great. And we don't rate our trades for the outcome. We rate our trades on how well we perform, how well we executed. So if that was your plan, that's great. That's great. That's exactly what we are looking here, right? So this was Tesla, well, Microsoft, Palantir, Apple. This was the Apple was. What's going on with Apple? I think they are still after the news on the White House. Oh, sorry. After the news on the White House, they were exempting tariffs if they invested. They are actually going to invest in Texas. So people here in Texas, they are kind of excited. I don't know. I mean, I think they are just messing with Trump. But well, let's see. I mean, at least right now, it's actually working. It's actually working. So let's see. Look at this. 230 today. 230. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. All right. So I think I'm gonna show you this one. That this was the first trade that I was watching on Apple, but everything you took on Apple, it worked, right? Anything, everything and anything you took on Apple today, it worked. Even if you were buying at the high of the day and you just ended managing a pullback, everything worked on Apple. Yeah, it was nuts today. Yeah. look at look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. 230. Come on. Yeah. Well, so let me show you this, right? So this was one candle rule order block right here. So you can draw your order block just with the candle wick or with the whole body or the whole candle. But look how well this was holding this order block here. So you open your position here and you made like 600% on this move. I don't know. I mean, if anyone took Apple today, just come on, guys. This is your time to flex. Show us how many $1,000s or you made today. Muhammad, you are trying to get hold of your fear and greed. Yeah. All right. Well, again, I mean, Apple. If you just keep drawing order blocks, you will find that this thing is not magic, right? It's just how it works. Is this market the structure or what? Is this market the structure or what? All right. So, I mean, no need to explain all this, right? Eileen, you took Apple? Oh my. Diane, your pre-market key level was 220. I don't know. Let's take a look. Your pre-market high? Well, I don't know. What do you have, guys? I mean, let me take a look on my broker. Give me 1 second. Apple, Apple right here. I have 221.86. But that's no 221.50. No, I have the same thing here, and in my broker. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with your levels. You use the same tool? Are you in Apple? No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know, my friend. I don't know. Maybe update it. I mean, I don't know. But you can ask Mina. I mean, if you tag him on the, you open Apple on the pre-market high. On your pre-market high right here to 20. Wow. Well, that was a nice trade then. All right. Google. Well, Google fill the gap. Let's get rid of this. So Google fill the gap, and well, this was again order blocks, high of the day. Look at this, high of the day, order blocks. It just break displacement, retest, and the move to the right, or to the same direction than the indices. Yeah, Google was a good one today. Well, this is Google with an L, but it's kind of the same thing. Someone was asking for Google today earlier. Google. Well, someone was asking for Google, but I think it's the same thing. Patrick, you enter 951. 951. Look at this. Yeah. So this is it was the same thing on well, let's go to Google. This is the order block, and you enter 951 right here. Stop loss right here at the bottom of this candle. What was your exit? 1004? 1004 right here. 202. Nice. Very nice. Very nice, Patrick. I really like it. I really like it. Congratulations on this. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. And let me go for Hood. What you were watching here, Ramesh? Hood 955 entry. 955 entry here. And 1006. 1006. Oh my. What was your stop loss, Ramesh? Retest of 113.49. 113.49 right here. All right. Is it 113.49? What was there? Oh. Ah. Now I get it. Right here. Ah, okay. Well, that now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. That was a huge entry, my friend. That was a huge entry. Look at how strong it looks. It's going with the same on the same direction than the indices, reclaiming this key level, and this key level is it's a solid and huge key level, right? That was all-time highs. Yeah, that was all-time highs. Look at this. So this was the squeeze of the all-time highs, came back, retested here, and Ramesh just took the ride to the upside. That was a super nice trade, Ramesh. Super nice trade. Congratulations on this. Stop loss slightly below, pretty much right where you have it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, something like this. Maybe a discount here, right? Look at this. Almost 1 to 4 risk reward. Very nice. Very nice. I like this. I like this. Do you know my story with Hood? I have so I had something very similar like the GameStop sad story with Hood. That's why I don't trade Hood or have Hood anymore on my widgets. Uh, so yeah, but I know there's a lot of people trading Hood right now because they are going with more finance tools, not only the broker. So I think they actually have like a credit card and loans and all that stuff. So that's great. Yeah, so I like this trade a lot. So you guys can understand this. So this 113.47 was the all-time highs. Was the all-time highs right here. Okay. And this is just the break and retest of all-time highs and continuation to the upside. Very nice. I really like this, Ramesh. I mean, I didn't get the context, but now that we zoom out, look left, I really like this. I really like this. That's why I moved my money from Hood. I started with a Robinhood account. I don't use them, but I'll trade Hood and make money from it. Yeah, so that's our revenge, right? We're taking money from their contracts. All right, guys. So that's all for me. That's all for me. I really enjoyed charting this new name, Hood. If Ramesh is coming more often, we can start adding Hood to our reviews. Guys, if you have any other name that you want to take a look, we can do it. You want to go watch SPY? All right, let's do it. I'm gonna show you what I did on SPY. Do you remember that I told you? Do you remember I told you that I was short bias this morning? Well, I was actually waiting for the rejection of 636, something around here, 636. But the actual rejection point was this 636.50. And once we created this head and shoulders second rejection or continue rejecting this 636.50, this was like a lower high. So I took my entry right here. My stop loss was 636.50, and I was just waiting for the squeeze at least to here to this local low 635.57, so $1, but it actually squeezed way more. 635 was the bounce, and it was a super nice trade for me. Sniper entry, yeah, I know. Look, I mean, I'm shy with my SPY and QQQ trades, but because they are not, I mean, this is a break and retest, right? I mean, this is a clean, nice break and retest. It's just not going with all of the playbooks that we preach on the community, but this is an actual break and retest just to the downside, right? This 636.50, let me show you this 636.50. If you draw this from here, look at this. I mean, this has been resistance, support, resistance, consolidation. So yeah, so this area here, this area here was everything. So it's just awareness. I think it's just awareness, and because I'm not taking long trades on the indices. It's just like, okay, well, let me take this trade, and if it works, it's gonna work nice, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna cut it right away. So that's kind of my mindset on the indices. It's like usually they are like short trades, not nothing like, oh well, I'm gonna stay 1 hour here, because that's the other thing. I take the next strike into the money, then I take the next strike, and I take same day expiration. So that's my mindset. That's how I play this. It needs to be, I need to be right or right out. Right, so that's kind of my mindset in options, but especially on indices, same day expiration. It's like, okay, on the next 5 candles I need to be right on my idea, or I will cut my trade. And because I'm usually sizing down on the indices trades, I can, okay, well, this didn't work, okay, well, let's take a small loss right here, and if it reshapes again and it looks good, well, I can re-enter on that position, right? I mean, it's not like, okay, well, it's a missed opportunity. No, 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 I can re-enter, and that's what I telling you guys. Don't use 100% of your account in just one trade. Try to stick to have 2, 3, or whatever bullets you need on your chamber. And I'm not sure if Sven, are you here? I think I was reading Sven at the beginning of the session. Sven, I think he's. Oh yeah, yeah. Hello, Sven. So Sven, this is a very good technique to avoid over trading, right? I mean, if you want to if you want to take care of your discipline, like, okay, well, I'm all the time, like making trades of $500. Okay, well, reduce your account size to, let's say, $2,000. So you only have 4 chances, right? And if you, I mean, that will mechanically stop you to overtrade, right? So that's something that worked for me. That's something that worked for me on the past. So that's just experience share. I mean, because you and other fellow traders have been asking, hey Neto, what do you recommend to avoid over trading? Well, that's something that I used to do. Oh, that's actually something that I do today, right? I have my account for only 4 shots, maybe 3 shots, and once I start making money, I withdraw the money. So I just keep 3 bullets for me, 4 bullets for me, and that's one way to avoid overtraining. That's something that I personally do. I'm I know this is not like all people saying like, oh, you should be just risking 1% of your account. Well, guess what? I mean, I don't have my all my funds in my account. I only have a portion of my funds, and I risk more than 1%, right? But it's different. It's just how you structure it on your mind, right? Um, yeah, paying yourself is good too for your mental state. Yeah, if you can do it like every 2 weeks or every month, I mean, do it. Even if it's a small capital, just do it, because I mean, that's when it becomes real. That's when it, like, starts being like, oh well, this is real money, right? This is real money. So you start taking it way more seriously, and also you start taking less risk, right? Because it's real money. uh, if you are at the craps table at the casino and the numbers are hitting, you can size up a little, in my opinion. Yeah, well, I mean, uh, I'm not a big fan of sizing up just because you are on a streak. But I'm a big fan of sizing up once you start feeling that you are loyal to your system, that you can perform and execute according to your system and rules. And once the money is not moving or interfering with your emotions and decisions, yeah, you can size up all that you need. All right, guys, that's all for me. For the ones that didn't watch this on the Discord, this ended up being a 60 something or 70% trade. Yeah, this was an amazing trade. So well, so if you guys have any other question, yeah, buying power is flexible. Yeah. De nada, Tony. Have a great weekend on. Thank you guys for everything. Remember, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please, today, not tomorrow, not Sunday, today, journal your trades. Face your lessons, face your mistakes, face your successes, so you can learn from all of them. All right. So please be happy and have a good weekend. Bye bye.